we get to talk about the fight of the year, the biggest fight we've had in a couple years, and a very unique fight. We had a MMA fighter come into the boxing ring against one of the greatest boxers to ever do it. Ooh. So we had Floyd Money Mayweather against Conor McGregor. Now we predicted last week, very close to how this fight played out. So now that we've got a chance to watch it and we've seen how it played out, what's your thoughts now about what you saw, what you think, what's your reaction to the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight?
I was mixed feelings about it. I had the feeling because a lot of people said, "Oh, it's gonna be a joke fight. It's gonna be this fight. It's gonna be that," and then they went on to say after the fight, "Oh, I respect him now." Mm-hmm. And I think that was just because you're just happy he lost. Mm-hmm. Really, at the end, I think in the really bound everyone's mind, they really thought this guy was gonna win. Mm-hmm. They said, "Oh, I really felt that people felt like that McGregor was gonna win, and they were scared." Mm-hmm. And now when they see that, oh, he lost. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it was. Oh, I respect him now. Mm-hmm. But if you really respected him, you would really pay attention to the guy and understood that he did play. He can stand up. He can box. Mm-hmm. He was a boxer. He boxed all his life. He was originally a boxer that went into MMA. Mm-hmm. It's not like he's not a foreign to the sport. Mm-hmm. You just saw him as another guy and didn't understand. So that's the only thing that bothered me about it. Mm-hmm. But as far as the fight went, I think it was enjoyable. Mm-hmm. It went exactly how I expected. Mm-hmm. Third, fourth, fifth round. If you don't take him out, he can't stand. He's going to get too tired. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter how many sparring matches you do with people. You're not getting hit constantly and running around the field and going back and back and back and back and back with a person that's really trying to take you out, not a person that you paid. Sure. It's a difference. Oh, yeah. Just saying. And I think Floyd, like I said, bigged up McGregor because he wanted people to make sure to watch this. And Mayweather just made himself a very rich guy with 50-0. Very nice. I know he didn't like that 49. It didn't probably feel good to him.
Correct.
Now nobody can say nothing again. Mm-hmm. How would you feel about it?
Well, it lived up to my expectations. Mm-hmm. I thought it was going to be a solid fight. I feel like McGregor was a champion, and I think champions are very prideful fighters. Mm-hmm. And I didn't think it was going to be a laugher at all. I thought he was going to come out there and at least compete. I did think that McGregor would have the advantage in the first 2 to 3 rounds. I felt like if he was unable to knock out Floyd by the fifth round forward would be completely dominated by Floyd the way he most likely in most of his matches approaches it. If you go to Mosley, to Pacquiao, to most of the fights we've seen recently from Mayweather, it's after the fifth round when he starts to now make the full adjustment to who he's fighting against and now completely counter everything you do with punches of his own. I thought that's exactly what happened. I thought Floyd showed like this was his last, and this was his last kind of jump shot like Jordan at the free throw line. And he went out and he tried to go ahead and get a knockout. Mm-hmm. The only problem I had with this fight was the way the knockout came about. I thought if the ref does not stop it, Mayweather does put him on the canvas. And at that point, let him put him on the canvas. This is an MMA fighter that can take a punishment that is not used to a fight stopping from a couple of hits. And I hear people saying that, well, he wasn't throwing a punch back. Well, Mayweather threw, 2 punches in the first 3 rounds? Well, I didn't hear the fight being stopped then when McGregor was just swinging away and Floyd wasn't throwing a punch back. So that's an unfair excuse to use as why we should stop the fight from McGregor. Oh, he wasn't throwing a punch back. That's not a good enough reason.
I kind of disagree with that. I think McGregor was being pounded towards the ropes and he was not responding in a way to defend himself. He was constantly getting hit, pound for pound. In MMA, when you're contacted numerous times, they stop the fight.
I mean, sure, when you show that you're knocked out or you're unconscious.
But he was not. He was getting tagged.
I disagree to the point of where let Floyd knock him out. Don't save him. That's almost like the bell saving it. Like
don't save him. I didn't want to be saved.
I didn't like that. So other than that, I think It was a great match. It was a great night.
And I like that people thought that he, like you said about the Shane Mosley and Maidana coming in early, swinging early, trying to hit him hard. I like how McGregor did come in more composed. He came in with the punches. He won the first round easily with jabs, light jabs that normally Mayweather does. And then just energy just took over.
Correct. I did have McGregor winning 3 rounds. I had him taking a round late. I believe like the 8th round, and I had him taking either rounds 1, 2, and 3, or just rounds 1 and 2.
I think it was like 1 and 3.
So and then I had Mayweather taking the remainder of it. I thought Mayweather did a good job sticking to his script, sticking to what he does well. But at the same token, it's almost like somebody that does well at an aspect of a sport coming over into somebody else's arena and trying to win. I understand that McGregor just gave up a good fight, and that's all that it was. He gave a good fight, and he just so happened to be, Mayweather's 50. I'm very happy that Mayweather won that 50. I think that looks very good for history. And that's his Michael Jordan at the free throw line jump shot. He went out on a very high note. He set a very high mark of pay-per-view sales and money made for the evening, money earned from this event. Set a very high bar on his way out. So kudos to Floyd Mayweather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that, man. That was a good way to end it.
Correct. And for McGregor, I think he now has created himself enormous opportunity.
Oh,
now he can choose which way he wants to go. He can, almost like Mayweather did for so many years, choose who his next opponent is and for how much money he wants to fight at.
His price tag has now been set.
Correct.
And he's also taken a 2-month medical vacation.
Yeah.
I guess to blow off some money.
To enjoy a lot of women.
Hell yes. That's going to be great.
Yeah.
Speaking of fighters,